back to Chicago after being convicted and sentenced and staring down the barrel of 30 years of my life in a damn bathroom, I found out that my information was being shared with, witnesses. And it was being shared by the Tasha K. So a DOP officer, disciplinary hearing officer, which is a judge in the Bureau of Prisons, how do you even know a YouTube blogger? These questions you have to ask yourself. These questions people have to ask themselves. And I'm not going to lie. I don't have anything bad against the DOT. I don't have anything, I'm not mad or anything or have anything against law enforcement or anything. I just have something against this one individual who accessed illegally my records.
It's crazy that he knows your number by heart.
He called for me. That's the only reason why I'm here. Nicole linked up with me. That's why I'm here. Other than that, for the past 10 years, I've been to myself. I've been running my business. I've been doing the shit that I had to do. I have not been involved with any of this shit. Fucked up.
Did you ever sign anything? I'm sure you did.
I have a bank account in his name.
Really?
Yeah. It's SunTrust.
SunTrust is his bank. He loves SunTrust.
I have a whole account in his name. And I hold his money that I can't even touch. It's like at least $4 million in that bitch. And I can't even touch it.
Welcome to Prima Donna News, where I'll be giving you all of my commentary regarding all of the trending topics that I find interesting, as well as break through all the propaganda surrounding Robert Sylvester Kelly. If you haven't already, make sure you check your notifications to make sure they're set on all. That way you're not missing any of my uploads. Make sure you like this video, share it, and subscribe if you haven't already.
I don't need like to get it poppin', but these bitches in my business come me out here choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. In the bedroom, I be screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. You know what I'm saying?
That I've sat here and I've heard several people come on and try to cast aspersions and find flaw with Mr. Savage. I, as a father with 2 daughters, I don't think there's a man listening to this. If you are a man and a father, I don't care if your daughter's 15, 25, 35, 45. If you lose contact with your daughter, you're going to continue to try to reconnect with your daughter or your child, for one. For two, Mr. Savage just stated, and for your entire audience, he just stated that he was given information that suggested that his daughter was in harm's way. So he took action. But what I want people to know, as people try to sit here and trying to find flaw in Mr. Savage, who is a father, I, as Robert's cousin, hear me, who spoke with my cousin today. My cousin is in a situation where me being on the outside and he being on the inside, he appreciates anyone who stands for truth and that is willing to stand up and say what Mr. Savage has said. No, the people who are trying to bash Mr. Savage, they don't want to talk about the text messages. They don't want to talk about the unfit parents who apparently set Robert up. They don't want to talk about this new information that has come forward that could possibly free my cousin. They don't want to talk about that. However, Mr. Savage, who they seek to cast aspersions on and bash, said something on the Storm Monroe show that is monumental. He said that Robert Kelly, R. Kelly, he feels deserves a new trial, that trial should be done away with. And that is monumental. So as that man's cousin, I can't get caught up in the YouTube clout chasing entertainment stuff. I'm only concerned with that man receiving justice. So Mr. Savage, I'm saying to you as Robert's cousin, I thank you for standing on the side of what is right. You could have, after the text messages came out, you could have said, I don't care. I'm going to still ride with the parents who set him up, apparently, allegedly. No, but you said, you know what? I can't go along with that. So why would anyone not focus on the fact that you said R. Kelly deserves a fair shake and he deserves justice, and that is not justice for him to have been convicted with this newfound information coming out? No, they don't want to give you your props. They don't want to thank you, and they don't want to call you a noble man for standing for what is true. What you got going on with my cousin and your daughter and all that, that ain't nobody's business. That is between you and your daughter. That is between you, your daughter, and my cousin Robert. And for all of those I'm about to get off of here right now, who will come in the chat, who will come on and say he's not R. Kelly's cousin, you sitting on a man's show, Storm Monroe, who my cousin himself told him, I want people to listen to my cousin Levi because I have followed this case. I have followed him. I have been with him through every step. I love him. So I would be a fool to try to come on here and bash Mr. Savage when this man has done more for him in 4 years than I've seen anyone do by standing up for what is truthful and what is right. That man said that this man says that R. Kelly deserves a fair shake and a new trial. And once this information reaches CNN and all over the world, it's going to benefit him.
Year after year, people have seen the same type of shenanigans and skipped right on by me telling you and showing you that a lot of us on these YouTube streets share the same freaking sources. So it's mighty funny that if I could look at the deception that was being presented to me, look at the propaganda being dispersed all over these platforms, and look at the fact that you'll watch people on the same team get mad at each other and then try to debunk all of the efforts they put in there to show you the hypocrisy that I've stood on all these years. So let's back it up to the first clip, in which you heard R. Kelly himself tell you the number one reason that could lead to him having a new trial, which was the misconduct that was allowed, the ineffective counsel, and many other points that Jennifer Bonjean laid out in his appeal that nobody wanted to focus on at the time. Meanwhile, these YouTube sectors are being entertained, fueling nonsense because, again, people don't want to believe that people are deliberately doing the things that they're doing because they don't want you to go and do your own research and call out the same points that I've stood on. Now, you would have to be just as delusional as these superfans who graced these platforms, who wanted to believe some of these janky-ass people from a so-called inner circle so badly that they ignored all the red flags that began to bleed into these superseding indictments and being sugar-coated by individuals like Tasha K. So I'll ask you, why is it people turn a blind eye when all of these sources she uses to spread her propaganda, or should I say wine, come out and cross her? She'll expose them. And when she does that, people will sit here and act dumb to not realize how I associated a lot of these so-called bad act witnesses who then started to show themselves over here on the supporter side and confused that I ain't no fool, nor do I need the janky shit to validate my research and information that I provided. For example, how is it people want to skip around the accusations with R. Kelly, look at the accusations that have always been waged against Jay-Z, for example, and then come out here with all of these conspiracies about him funding Surviving R. Kelly and all this other goofy shit that they couldn't prove, even though they had the damn private investigator who could have very well proved a lot of the things that they expected people like me sitting on YouTube was gonna do like a fucking fool. So before I tie that in with the next clip, let me bring to your attention, did y'all forget that Tasha K exposed LaToya X, the same person who was claiming to have had a relationship with Jay-Z? And then when people started talking about these leaks and ignore all of the moving pieces that also enabled Tasha K to funnel information to key witnesses, and confused why at the time it was not my position to try to over elaborate my research when I told you what these people were doing deliberately.
She allegedly met R. Kelly at 13 years old, okay? So this was back, I believe, in 2001, as she stated. During the summer, she said that R. Kelly and Jay-Z were both working on the Best of Both Worlds album that actually dropped in 2002 of March. And I just want to let you know that her story seems to be similar to how other girls have met R. Kelly when they were allegedly underage. She claims that she was at a concert at 13 years old, at an R. Kelly concert. Back then, he talking about God knows what under the sun. She says that they met eyes, and after the concert, they exchanged numbers at an after party. And I still don't understand how she was able to get to an after party at 13 years old, okay? I have questions, and that's why I'm blasting her ass now. Hopefully, she'll come out and tell another blogger the truth, since she's been giving these long therapeutic sessions with a lot of bloggers. She also claims that at this after party that was after the concert that they did exchange numbers. R. Kelly allegedly instructed her to call him daddy, and no age was ever discussed at the after party. He probably figured that she was old enough, being that her grown ass was at an after party with without parental supervision. Now, after they allegedly exchanged numbers, she claims that they actually met at a studio with no parent in sight. And she actually claims in her statement that during this alleged pedophilia-ass relationship that her mother once met R. Kelly later into the relationship, and R. Kelly was actually, I believe, 2 years younger than her mom, and her mom really didn't give a damn about who she was sleeping with, whether it was R. Kelly or anybody else for that matter, okay? She claims that she doesn't have a mother-daughter relationship with her mom right now based on her mom not objecting to her relationship with R. Kelly. Now, LaToya Middleton also alleges that when she was 13 years old, R. Kelly took her virginity, okay? And this happened when they were allegedly in the studio. She came to see him. She claims that a song was actually made that night. And during this session, he asked her to get up and model, I believe, naked. And while she was modeling, he was masturbating. And then he proceeded to ask her if she was a virgin. She said yes. And then that's when he gave her something to drink later down. And she said it was the most painful thing that she's ever experienced in her life. And actually, while she was crying during the intercourse, he said that he quoted, "I love this sweet little pussy." And he also instructed her to call him daddy during the session. Now, according to LaToya, on other occasions, she said that she was actually fed pills and Hennessy by him before intercourse, and they would end up having sex the entire night. So much so that they would start the night before and end up having sex until the next morning, and people would walk into the studio accidentally and did not know that they were in there having sex. She said that on one occasion, R. Kelly's girlfriend allegedly showed up, who goes by the name of Donnie. He introduced her to the girlfriend, gave LaToya $200 and told her to get her little young ass on, okay? I guess why he proceeded to put his pee in the girlfriend, because word on the street, per his old manager, the tour manager, Demetrius, is that he's nasty. He's never taken showers, and he doesn't even understand how women would even sleep with R. Kelly, because he would go for at least 2 weeks without taking a shower. He would be in the studio all night, okay? Then he would go play basketball, and then when he's done, he would go to sleep, or if he had a show, he would just get dressed for the show and wouldn't bathe for up to 2 weeks at a time. So he didn't even understand how women would lay down with him. Okay, and she claims that she was sent to get some food at 15 years old, came back with the food. Jay-Z was sitting in the studio. She went over and kissed her man and sat on his lap, and he allegedly told her that we could get in trouble if anybody found out your age. She wasn't very specific in her details here. She was really specific with everything pertaining to R. Kelly, but she wasn't specific to Jay-Z, although he is allegedly implemented in this particular investigation and lawsuit. She says after that initial first meeting, there was another meeting, and she allegedly pleasured Jay-Z in the dressing room at 15 years old by giving him oral sex.
Kissing me and stuff, and just guess the oral sex came in.
I know Rob, our last conversation that I had with him in Chicago, you know, he inspired me and told me, Bear, just do what you want, do what makes you happy. He told me to continue to pursue my dreams, pursue whatever I want to pursue. And that's really all that I would be able to do.
Now call me crazy, because even when the trial was going on and R. Kelly was talking about these concerns about these leaks, people were running to YouTube talking about these jail letters, these recordings, and all this other janky shit. Didn't nobody want to pay attention to the fact that I'm sitting here saying, if you don't want to act like you acknowledge the effects that all of this has on this man's case, you crazy as hell to think I'ma argue with you.
It's not about what the world thought it was about. It was about me getting relationships with my daughter.
Y'all hear that? Cause Pimplo was pulled out to come out here because didn't nobody want to believe me tell you why they needed Azriel to paint this facade they was using in these indictments, even as people try to act like they didn't know she was in the indictments, including her pappy. And the superfans thought it was cool to sit over her and antagonize her and have people like the infamous scamming lady sitting over there playing in her face, modding for her, letting her daughter do her makeup and all this other janky shit. Let's not skip that they came to the public telling us R. Kelly was holding hostages, he had a cult, he was preying on minors, they ran to the grand jury talking about he's a predator, he's preying on minors, came back to the public, told us, well, legally, he's making sure they're of legal age, and people still to this day think somebody finna argue with them about what a pedophile is, and they don't even know the damn clinical definition. I can't make this shit up. Then when it came to the superfans out here trying to chastise Prima, try to act like, oh, Prima wants to be a victim, I done told y'all 100 times, ain't damn nigga on this platform gonna make Prima a victim. So the obvious demonstration that I showed you was that while you letting these people play in y'all face with this case, then try to attack me, I don't give a fuck what nobody says, cause it ain't my job to defend R. Kelly in court, bitch. Make it make sense. And clearly you can also tell that all these years that I would prefer to drop the clips and let y'all see for yourselves. Drop the receipts and let y'all process what you're looking at. Cause another thing that people confuse that I don't give a fuck about is that they don't like my language. They don't like the way I talk. They don't like the way I deliver the information. Cause I done told these pussy assholes I don't work for them. Fuck you mean? They had all the information.
Don't paint no picture like I have not talked to you guys in over a year because I would call you guys 4 or 5 months at a time. So to believe something like that, so extreme, so bizarre, so outrageous, I just couldn't even fathom my parents believing something as bizarre as that.
That's crazy that he knows your number by heart.
I know you mentioned the best of both worlds with R. Kelly. Have you maintained any type of contact with R. Kelly since?
We spoke, like, you know what I'm saying, we spoke a couple times, but I don't really want to be like, I know he's getting calls from everywhere, and you know, some people are really concerned, some people just want to be nosy, they want to know what's going on in the guy's life, you know. I don't want to be another person like that, you know what I'm saying, like, I mean, you know, got love for the dude, you know, I mean, if he's guilty, I just hope and pray that he get help. If he's not, I wish everybody, you know what I'm saying, everybody embrace him, you know, and whatever, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not, our contact is just sparse. Okay.
Were you, as a solo artist, were you concerned about that whole ordeal affecting you the next time you came out with this album?
I was not concerned for my career, like as far as an artist. I know, like, I mean, I wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that. Like, I know I ain't have nothing to do with that. So, you know, the alleged incident, you know what I'm saying? So, it was just, I was more so, if the one word, that one feeling that I could, you know, I think about when I think about the album is just like blown opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's like, what we did with the album as far as, like, we was in the process of touring, like, we was putting together a show, like a 2 hours straight, like, you do 3 songs, run on stage, I'm gonna do 3 songs, run on stage, we're gonna change the set, then we gonna come back and do Fiesta together, then we gonna come do this one again, you know what I'm saying? It would have been something real creative, and that's the whole reason why that album came together, was let's do something creative and new that nobody really done before, is bring these 2 genres of music together and make something really crazy, and then go out on tour and go make history. We'd probably be in Europe right now.
Yeah, that would have.
Yeah, they would probably have 4 legs on that tour. That would have been a beast.
It would have been 5 legs, you know.
I wonder why none of these interviewers wanted to get updates when it came to the $75 million lawsuit that R. Kelly waged against Jay-Z when his man pepper sprayed him. And it's mighty funny that as we looked at this janky-ass Rico,
You ain't gonna tell me nobody gonna pepper spray R. Kelly and these so-called goons that R. Kelly had ain't do shit. Somebody make it make sense. But that's neither here nor there.
Dumb ass. Every thought in your mind is dumb. Every word you speak is dumb. I pray that the world is against you.
So I've been watching everybody do their little story times on these platforms. And I said to myself, what better way to share with the world my version of what I have researched and got to the bottom of a lot of propaganda when it came to R. Kelly. Yeah, I know a lot of people hear that name and start panicking and freaking out and saying this and saying that. But guess what? I got a story to tell you. And it all started when I watched a whole lot of goofy-ass people come to these platforms with an interesting story. Thing is, I didn't trust the media or any of these sources giving the stories. So I did my own research, and you'll be surprised at what I find out. Stay tuned for part 2.
Y'all get some receipts. That shit's stupid as fuck to have her on there. Y'all doing the same shit when y'all had this nigga Demetrius jumping on y'all dumbass channels over and over on everybody's channel. Oh, he the savior, boo, 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 boo. Y'all had Donna doing the same thing. Y'all wait till this court shit finish. And now y'all got this dumb motherfucker running around playing victim. That's all she do. And I got that too. You know, I'm gonna put. I don't want to put her personal shit out there, but I'm gonna have to because she pushing it. She pushing it about her cousin, her fake cousin or whatever it is, or they sleeping together and all that, and he supposed to rape her. All that shit is entailed. I don't even understand why she playing me. I don't want to be a nigga that had to put no woman on blast and play these little dumbass games. But don't run around this internet keep thinking you was in, or me and you was in some type of love triangle. Because trust me this, I ain't falling in love over no motherfucking phone. That's for sure. And motherfucker, I had plenty, and I mean plenty opportunities to see you if I wanted to see you. It was never to go that far. I lay up with a motherfucking real queen, man, a real queen, and as you know, that's what you sickened by. The only thing you gonna see on my shit is me trying to help you, guide you, be your manager, show you how to do your deals that you was talking about, negotiating. Forgot about your books you was trying to write, the enterprise and all this, and what's the other little shit, surviving the lies, you and Donna and all that shit. You forgot I got all that right. You're a goddamn idiot, man. You keep going on this man's channel. You think you really spilling something. You're not spilling something. You're spilling what you do. You're a phone sex operator. You're a queen at that. You know, but you just haven't had a man reject your ass. See, I never had an interest in you. You may be a beautiful young lady for somebody else, but not for me. YouTuber, fake gangster, running from his goddamn past and all his troubles that YouTube done got him into, his Chicago beefs and all that. Let's do that. Bro, I wouldn't give a hell what you put up on your channel. More lies. More lies and more lies. For one, I don't understand the people that follow y'all and how stupid they are. They keep saying, this girl dropping receipts. What fucking receipts? The only thing she could drop is conversations, which I already said. Me and the phone sex queen we talked on the phone. She implement every conversation, sexual gestures. Everybody, males and females, know that about her. So that's easy for her to get a recording, like y'all talking like that. What I'm gonna say to y'all once again, right? I'm a man, and through all the things that me and my wife ever went through, if I wanted to sleep with that woman, I would have. My intentions was to sleep with her. I would have. Y'all will see through messages over and over repeated, her begging me and asking me to meet up with her, and I ignore that shit. Don't even answer for like a whole week, another week, act like I don't see it. Her telling me I feel that I don't even answer, don't reply, just keep moving. Y'all better understand this. I love my family. I love my daughter. I know how to play these fucking games that when it comes to life or death of one of mine, I'm gonna play it to the motherfucking end to make sure mine is good. Understand that. The phone queen, you know, Cavante, you know, played these fucking little games and wanted to assert herself like she had so much, so she got used till I found out everything she supposed to have. And the way I did it was the way that she invited it. So do she may have recording? If y'all think that's receipts, y'all fucking nuts. For 2 years, me and her never met up. Make that make sense. She can only play y'all clip bites and all that shit or conversations. Y'all gotta be way smarter than that. Now, when I put these receipts out that come from all 4 of her phones, y'all motherfuckers gonna see. And I don't even want to put her on blast like that from trying to send me fucking pictures. And I asked her, what the fuck was that for? See, I don't have to lie to y'all. Timestamp on everything. I love that motherfucking iPhone. So all that goofy shit, y'all running around playing with and acting like y'all get some receipts, that shit's stupid as fuck to have her on there.
I find it very comical watching people play in your face, especially when years ago I told you people who are part of the problem in this R. Kelly situation also want to be a so-called helping factor. But the gag is, like I said then, a lot of the things these people put on these platforms are the very things that gave me insight into the fact Robert Kelly is not a Rico, and all the shit these people did to violate his rights, isolate his communications, then keep running to the internet trying to put all of these weirdos in his inner circle is why I can't take a lot of people serious at this point. R. Kelly said he'd take the help of a roach. I don't think he included rats. So boom, I was just on social media, just like you may have been, minding my business, being nosy, and I saw this guy a few years back by the name of Timothy Savage and his wife talking about R. Kelly is holding their daughter hostage in a sex cult. Then he came back talking about she got a STD from the R&B king, and from there everything just went left. Then when I started to notice all these people coming out trying to help them push this story out and it becomes part of this hit docuseries, I said to myself, these people can't be saying what I'm saying because this not making no sense to me. I guess that's what I get for being nosy, because just like that, all these people start coming to me, giving me the tea. Now, it don't take a genius to recognize that a lot of people begin to feel the way because they begin to volunteer certain information to me, and when I put it on public display and I leave out a lot of my personal feelings just to tell you how it looks as a whole, and then I watch all of the moving pieces, people could assume that I just pick and choose the things that I want to display. But trust me, it all makes sense, especially when the people in the spectating field fail to realize there was a method to me putting this information out. And you'd be foolish to confuse why I side-eye a lot of people who took it personal.
Get the bag. Get the bag. Y'all niggas know what it is. You know we get the bag.
Called Prima Donna pastries. These dainty pastries are not just a pretty face. They're filled with sweet and savory goodness. Freshly baked and oh so inviting. These pastry delights will satisfy any craving. Don't miss out on the heavenly taste of Prima Donna pastries. Try them now. Order today at www.primadonnapastries.com. I am very happy.
The time has come for this cookie Nom, 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 nom. Oh, nom, 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 nom. Ah. Bye-bye.